So where we are in 2026, I feel there's a lot of people that are disinterested in life. Everybody kind of doesn't really know what the point is. And I think it's difficult to decide that for a whole bunch of different people. There's like 7 billion of us, is that right? And each person's going to have their own belief system. And one thing I've kind of stumbled upon is this idea of a low maintenance life. I like to call it an intentional life. And I've been thinking really hard how you can define it. But it's net rarig moeilik. And this is actually the second time I've filmed this video. The first time I filmed it, I just watched the footage back and I kind of just rolled my eyes. My whole intention was to not come across as this person that knew all the answers. In the end, I kind of just sounded like a bit of a doers. Because I tried to define the concept through things like viewing your relationship with technology, consumerism, and all those things I think help at the end of the day. But living a happy lifestyle, I don't really know if it can or should be comprehended in that way. It can be such an individualistic thing. Look, what I was planning originally for this video to be is me giving basic pointers that I felt have helped me in life live a more intention-filled, maintenance-free life. Sasha! Hey puppy! Miso! Sashi! Come Miso! Come! Okay, hello. Yeah. But in actual fact, I don't know if that's helpful at all. Like I said, everybody's different, and what's going to work for me isn't going to work for you. It's just how it works, ironically. And I think with a lot of these things like self-help books and people talking about stuff on the internet, it applies a bit of a pressure to you, the watcher or reader, that if you apply these things and they don't work for you, the onus is kind of on you. Something's wrong with you. And even though a lot of these things are an objective opinion, it still kind of places that pressure on you if it doesn't work. That's at least been my experience with a lot of these things. I've read a lot of self-help books and I watch a lot of self-fulfillment kind of content online. And a lot of that stuff kind of works for a while, but at the end of the day, it kind of just disappears. And in the end, it feels kind of stupid because I feel like I still need to provide some type of advice. And the advice I want to give is very simple, but it's also very vague. Basically, you just need to find what works for you in your life setup. And what I always like to say is find your moral compass. Create systems around you that feed into basically what you believe. For me, that was homesteading. It's not something that I ever dreamt that I was going to be doing. I just kind of found it by accident. I'm very lucky I did. And the whole idea of being self-reliant, living in nature, and trying to be sustainable just kind of works for me. You know, it makes sense to me. It's not going to make sense for everyone. And that's kind of why I find giving very specific advice like reducing technology, looking at your consumerism habits, things like that, it seems kind of pointless. Those things definitely help, but I don't think it's going to solve the problem. And it's starting to rain a lot more now, you can probably see it on the lens. So my end notes are basically just find what works for you and don't too much pressure on yourself. I don't think anything really matters. At least that's what I believe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you want to see more of a South African dad, almost in his early 30s, talking about what's on his mind and trying to build a lifestyle that he thinks is right for his family, please consider subscribing. And thanks for watching. See you same time next week.